Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Meditation is the most fashionable word in the whole world. And whenever something becomes a fashion, there are many options are introduced. See, like you have seen, there is one yoga called as the hot yoga, H-O-T, hot yoga. And it is very famous in US. And in that hot yoga, artificial condition is created like a greenhouse, lot of heat, lot of humidity, and in there you do all the acrobatics. Naturally you'll perspire and I am feeling fresh. So one person asked me this question, Swamiji, you have studied Yoga Shastra. Is there any place for this hot yoga? Is there anything like that? I said, yes, there is. And what is that? You know, different people have different way of pronouncing the words. See? Like in India, I can tell you, if a person is a Gujarati, he will pronounce A as A, like snacks are pronounced in Gujarati as snakes. Hall is pronounced as hole. So a Gujarati will say, there are snakes in the hole. What he means is there are snacks in the hall. So this is the way the pronunciation differs from place to place. So is the case in Bengal. In Bengal, it is the other way around. If it is A, it is pronounced as O. See? And therefore, originally it is Hatha Yoga. But because the person who started, he is a Bengali, he said hot yoga. It is Hatha Yoga only, nothing else. See? So, when we are having anything in fashion, you develop many options. See, take for example your jumpers, so many designs, so many options, because that's a fashion. In the same manner, when meditation becomes the fashion, then there are different techniques and types of meditation. See, and then we start doing meditation. It is here we go wrong. Don't do meditation. Get this point across very clearly. We have 4 inner instruments by which we go through various experiences in life. Like external instruments are eyes, ear, nose, tongue, etc. What are the inner instruments? Inner instruments are mind, intellect, ahankar, and Chitta. These are functional differences. There is no structural instrument inside. Like the external instruments have got 2 aspects. One is structural aspect, second is the functional aspect. So, through the eyes, which is the structure, only vision will be the function. Through the ears, which is the structure, only hearing will be the function. But when it comes to the inner instrument, there are no structural differences. There are only functional differences. Now to understand this point, let us take an example. I as a man and the other animal as a cow, there are structural differences and functional differences. This is the external instruments. Now I as a man, but I as a son, I as a husband, and I as a father. So do I have structural differences? So when I go before my father as a son, then some horns come out. And when I go before my wife, another structure, a tail comes out which can go below. Or when I am in front of my son, then the spikes come out of me. No. There is no structural difference as regards the functioning of a son, a husband, or a father is concerned. Only functionally different. So when I am in front of my father, I submit, I respect, I revere. When I am in front of my wife, I am frightened and shaking. And when I am in front of my son, I become a Hitler. See, functional differences. If this is clear, exactly the same way, our inner instrument, commonly called as mind, has four aspects. First is intellect. Intellect is that state of thought where decisions are arrived at. That state of thought is called as intellect. It is not a structure. It is the status of thought. What is the mind? That state of thought where there is doubt, confusion, suspicion, indecisiveness. That status of the thoughts is called as mind. Then the third one, whose thought, whose doubt? My doubt. Whose decision? My decision. So this ownership of the doubts and the decision is also a thought. And this ownership aspect of the thought is called as ahankar. Ahankar is not ego. Many of us have got this wrong understanding. Ahankar is not ego. It is the tattva. It is one of the essential aspect of existence. It is because of this ahankar alone, our five elements remain integrated and the body doesn't get disintegrated. And the fourth functional difference in the inner instrument is the chitta or the memory. So when the thought is in the form of memory, it is called as the chitta. Thus we have four inner instruments: mind, intellect, ahankar and chitta. Now, next step. Our waking experience is predominantly controlled by the intellect. Because in the waking experience, we have logic, we have reason, we have arguments. Unless something logically proved, we are not ready to accept. See? Therefore, this waking experience is intellect predominant. Then the dream experience. The dream experience is mind predominant. Mind doesn't have logic, no reason. And therefore, our dreams are chaotic. Any kind of dream can come. And this dream has no reason, no logic. See? Like I'll tell you one of my dreams. You know, my normal dreams are, I am giving a lecture. Annette, you sit in such a manner that I can see you fully. Thank you, dear. Good. Because I was also trying to hide and seek and hide, but couldn't see you. Okay. So, when I dream, most of the time, my dream is I am giving a lecture or a satsang and people are listening And in that dream, I get many beautiful new ideas about the truth. Many times it happens. One day it so happened in Bombay, I was going by a car, and because of the traffic jam, I had to wait. And there was one monkey charmer who was charming the monkeys. And he had two of them. One was dressed like a gentleman with a pant and a shirt and a bow, and he was given a stick in the hand, and he was tied down with a lead, and that monkey put the stick on his shoulders and put his hands like this, and he was using that sound making drum, dum 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 dum, moving around collecting the money. People are happy to see that. I was also watching from the car. And then he asked a question. Mr. Gangaram, would you like to get married to this Rupamati? And that Gangaram, that male monkey, is very happy. He starts dancing. Yes, yes, yes. Again, movement is made, money is collected. Then he is tied down. Then the female monkey is taken. She is dressed with a skirt and nice dress, and she is also tied down with a lead and moved around, collected money. And then she was asked, Rupmati, will you like to get married to Gangaram? And Rupmati said, who cares? And when this happened, my traffic jam was over and I left. And that night I had a dream. Gangaram is giving the lecture and Rupmatis are sitting and listening. Now what logic? What reason? No logic, no reason. Dreams are predominantly the play of mind. It has no logic, no reason. Then the third experience we go through, the experience of deep sleep. In the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body. Therefore, neither the mind is functioning nor the intellect is functioning. It is the ahankar which is functioning in the deep sleep. And therefore, in the deep sleep, the hair grow, the nails grow, the digestion happens. It is because of this principle, inner instrument called as ahankar. And the fourth principle is Chitta. Chitta is functional only in the Samadhi. That is why if somebody is in Samadhi for any number of hours or days or years, the last thought where he has entered the Samadhi, from that thought he will wake up and start his life. Because Samadhi is that where all the memories are stored, they are not destroyed. So, we all go through these four experiences of life: waking, dream, deep sleep and Samadhi. Now, do we do waking, or we are in the waking and then do the things? Do we do dreaming, or we are in the dream experience and then do the things in the dream? Do we do sleeping, or we are sleeping and then snore? Can anybody snore when he is awake? Fourth thing, therefore, we have to live in meditation and then do the things. It is not the other way around. See, friends, the whole understanding is required to be overhauled. Otherwise, what happens? We only struggle, because the basic error is not corrected. See? And therefore, there is a struggle, there is tiredness, there is frustration. There are two aspects of our personality. One aspect is the matter aspect. Second is the consciousness aspect. When this consciousness expresses through matter, then only the matter becomes enlivened. So life is the enlivening factor. And this life is common for everyone. There is no difference whatsoever as regards life is concerned. See, friends, therefore, when we recognize this principle, that there are two aspects, one is the matter, second is the consciousness. Third, when consciousness expresses through the body, mind is manifested and the mind is enlivening the body. See, friends, after this is over, now second thing. The mind has two ways of expression. One way of expression of the mind is that mind is common for all of us. There are not many minds. Mind is one. And there is another aspect of the mind which creates differences. It is something like this. There are 10 ornaments made out of gold. So gold is a common factor in all the ornaments. What is that which makes the ornaments different from each other? Name, form and utility. Exactly the same way as regards the common mind is concerned, we are all one. Then what is that which is making differences in us? The name, the form and the utility. So when the name and the form and the utility disappears, as in deep sleep, there are no differences. My waking experience is different from your waking experience. My dream experience is different from your dream experience. But our deep sleep experience is common. Because there is no other. There is a homogeneous, undivided experience of our just being. See, friends, if this is so, what will be the meditation? Meditation will be to go beyond all the differences. See? And the differences are created when the mind takes the form of a particular body. When the gold takes a form of a particular ornament, that ornament is different from other ornament. When these two ornaments are put together and applied lot of heat, the name and the form will disappear. The gold is the common denominator. In the same manner, all the spiritual practice is this: rise above the names and forms. If this is achieved, then we are walking the path of meditation. If this is not achieved, it is only an acrobatics, nothing else. See, friends, mind starts thinking always in relation to a particular body which it has caught hold of. It is something like this, If I have some object in my hand, let us say this is an important object, and I am on the airport. There you have to fill in funny kind of forms. So you don't want to leave your object or phone anywhere, lest you may forget. So we hold on the object, put the pen or the ball pen in our hand and start writing. Our hold on the object will influence our handwriting, is it not? Then remove the object and write. your original handwriting will come out. Exactly the same way, when the mind is tied down to a particular body, that mind will always think in relation to that body. If you have pain in your knee, I will ridicule that because my mind has taken the shape of only my body. Your mind has taken a shape of your body. And our minds have become your and mine only because a particular shape of the body is taken. In the deep sleep, when we sleep together, before sleeping, don't touch me, keep away. And after sleeping, all the differences dissolve. See, friends, therefore, what is meditation now? See, meditation is no more living as body, but meditation is living through the body. See? When we are living as body, a battalion of problems is accompanied. When I live as body, then I am a man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am healthy, I am unhealthy. See, all the problems of life begin after body identification. And they don't stop there. These problems go further. After body identification, then I become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. And if we look within sincerely, who is really miserable in life? These secondary eyes. So I as a mother is miserable. I as a wife is miserable. I as a husband is miserable. I as a brother is miserable. Unless these things are corrected properly, you may spend your whole life sitting in one posture and struggling with the mind. Chitta vritti nirodha, let there be no thoughts in the mind. You cannot. See, friend, you cannot. It is something like, on the flowing waters, you are writing with a stick, oh, and want to see how it is. You cannot. In the same manner, till such time, the body is a center of attraction, till then, the mind cannot but think in relation to the body. Therefore, instead of struggling to simply sit in one particular posture and close the eyes and do meditation and suffer silently, that is not meditation. I will not tell you the name and the place. Somewhere I went. I was invited for some international yoga conference. And it was such a height of imagination, you can see. The person there, somewhere in Europe it happened. The person, he said, everybody ready? He had, that bell which we ring before the God. Wherever you are, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, ready? Yes. I will ring the bell, start meditation. Then I ring the bell, meditation over. And everybody sits like this, waiting for the cat to ring the bell. And according to your position, whether you are in yama stage or niyama stage or asana stage, see. And then, get up. Now let us have breakfast. Is this meditation? See, it is a military drill. Stop thinking. No, friends. Correction has to be done at the error level. Simply keeping the mind quiet. If that is meditation, go to sleep. Why struggle? But you can't sleep all the time, friends. Even if you want, you can't sleep. See, I went to the doctor, eye doctor, and told him, "Dear sir, yes, when I open my eyes, I see everything perfectly well." So doctor said, "It is not a problem. If you don't see, then there is a problem." Oh, I thought it's a problem because when I open my eyes, I see the things. I was happy. It's not a problem. Then I went to the ENT specialist and I told the ENT doctor, "Sir, when my ears are not covered, I can hear everything perfectly well." So the doctor said, "It's not a problem. It's a good thing." "Oh, it's not a problem." Very good. Then I went to a psychiatrist and I tell the psychiatrist, "Sir, I have got too many thoughts in my mind." "Really? It's a problem." Friends, if thoughts will not come in the mind, will they come in the nose? Why should we be afraid of thoughts? See? It is something like, you are driving the car, you have the license. Why should you be afraid of driving? See, friends, thoughts are not the problems. Wrong thinking is the problem. And what is the wrong thinking? I am the body notion. This is the wrong thinking. Till such time we hold on to this, I am the body, thereafter the secondary eyes are born. See, according to Vedanta Shastra, there are 3 eyes. One is the real I, the absolute I, which is the truth. Second is the mithya I, mithya aham, called as the illusory I. This illusory I is born every now and then and it disappears. Like the mirage waters. It appears and disappears, appears and disappears. It is not there. Exactly the same way. When the mind gets identified with the body, I, the body, this illusory I is born. When the mind gets identified with the prana, I, the hungry or the thirsty, second illusory I is born. When the mind gets identified with its own modifications, I, the happy or the miserable personality is born. These are all illusory eyes. They are not real. Like the dreamer is not real. He only appears under n number of conditions. In the same manner, I as a husband, I as a wife, I as a brother, I as a father, these are conditioned expressions of the infinite. And who is miserable? These conditioned expressions are miserable. Come to cognize this complete understanding about the self. But what we do? We sit for meditation as a husband and expect mind should keep quiet. As a husband, the mind of the husband is meant to be miserable. And it will start spinning. Other people's wives are so nice. Why my wife is like that, I think I should change. Meditation. As a father, when I sit for meditation, all the kids will start troubling. See, friends, therefore, unless we become aware of this phenomena which is happening, meditation is merely a burden. Simply going and sitting for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, by practice you can do anything in life. But that is not the ultimate. See, friends, I have a friend in India, Gujarat. He was very closely associated with a great yogi. And the name of the yogi was Narayan Swami. He was married. And he was so deeply involved in yoga that he could lock himself in a small room for 10-15 days. No bathroom, no toilet, no water, no food, no ventilation, no nothing. He remains there. And whenever he wants, he comes out. He can appear 10 times in 10 places simultaneously. All siddhis he had. And this friend of mine, he was his right hand. Anything to be done, you do it. So when he left the body, my friend was told by him, dear, there is a limit to this. Don't get lost in this. Seek knowledge. And I tell you, you will get knowledge. See, friends, otherwise we remain stuck. And that is why meditation is not done, but we live in meditation. Living in meditation means living as consciousness through the body. First step. And for that, we have to play meditation. Like what it is like being without body. What does it mean to be other than the body? Work on it. My glasses are not seeing you. There are eyes behind the glasses. My eyes are not seeing you. There is somebody behind the eyes. Who is this body? Who is other than the body? So we start playing. What will be the experience of remaining other than body? We have this experience in deep sleep. In deep sleep, we exist as other than body. But during that experience, we are not aware. And therefore, our only experience is, I know nothing. So, extension of the deep sleep minus the deep sleep is meditation. So, in the deep sleep, we are no more living as body, but we are living through the body. Now bring the same principle in the waking experience. So when we sit before the Lord, one of the most important principle, I remember I was in Annette's place many years before. I don't know whether she remembers or not. She came to my room and I was sitting. So when I went down for taking breakfast, she told me, Swamiji, I am so sorry, I disturbed, you were sitting in meditation. So I told Mama, I don't sit for meditation and I don't do meditation. Then I told her that I was sitting in the lap of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Immediately I could see her eyes wet. And she said, how casually can you say this? Friends, when you are sitting in the lap of the Lord, you disappear. Meditation is that where meditator disappears. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyameva vashishyate. Panchadashi says, when the meditation is without a meditator, then the truth remains. When the knowledge is without the knower, then the truth is expressing. When the joy is manifested without enjoyer, then the truth is fully bloomed. See, friends, Therefore, instead of doing meditation, when you will do meditation, you will become meditator. But when you play, like the children play, home, the brother becomes the husband, the sister becomes the wife, and they are just playing for what? For time pass, nothing to be achieved. Exactly the same principle. When you are on the seat of meditation, now let us play meditation. How much time we have got? 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes we'll play. And when you play meditation, you don't become meditator. When you don't become meditator, whether meditation is successful or not successful, this question will never rise up. Like when the children play, father, father, mother, mother, that time they don't become mother, father. In the same manner, we sit and play meditation. And what is the playing of meditation? What it is like being other than the body. Now work on this. Other than the body means the attributes of the body are dropped. Like I am other than the chair means the shape of the chair is not my shape. The material of which the chair is made, I am not made out of that material, etc. In the same manner, now we play meditation. First, what it is like being other than the body. So other than the body is space. So we will play space. And in this play, let us analyze, evaluate, and learn from our experience. Bodies are many, space is one. So when there is no other, there cannot be desire, anger, and fear. So playing space means the load of desire, anger, and fear must disappear from our life. Being other than the body means body has a shape, a form, a gender. Space is formless, shapeless, genderless. body has a beginning, modification, and death, and ultimately the body becomes absent. Being other than, like space, means what? We don't have the experience of our birth. We don't have the experience of our growth. We don't have the experience of death. We don't have the experience of our absence. This beginningless, modificationless, endless presence is our essential nature. In this experience, we have fulfilled Patanjali's one Yoga Sutra, Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Space doesn't have to put any efforts to support the forms. Although it may support all forms, yet it remains formless. Formless Ananta Samapatti. space is not influenced by all the contents. Therefore, the worldly things and beings cannot influence us. Presence or absence of things is equal. Achievement and failure is equal. Victory and defeat is same. Whether we know or not, space remains untouched by the contents. Similarly, the absolute self that we are remain untouched by the contents of this world, whether we know or do not know. When we do not know, we suffer. When we know, we celebrate. a little deeper breathing, 2-3 times slowly, and see how the body is included in the mind. Move your toes and fingers. Now the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside the body has become real, and our samsara begins. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate